Good morning, everyone. Today I am here with a topic soft skills, active listening. So, before I go in deep with the topic, let me introduce myself first. I am Dr. Mohit Kumar Tiwari. Currently, I am teaching in Akgec Engineering College, Ghaziabad. I am working here as an assistant professor in the Department of Applied Science and Humanities. So, let's begin with the topic. Introduction to listening, as the topic name is active listening. So my focus over here is on listening and active listening. I may compare with other topics in between in order to get more clarity with the topic, to understand more effectively. So next is, what is active listening? Then importance of listening, the art of listening, components of active listening, barriers to active listening, traits of a good listener, and conclusion. Okay. Introduction to listening. Dear all, as you all know that in our daily life, maybe we listen more, maybe also possibility is there that we speak more. But even then, I can say that listening is more than speaking out. If it is not, we should make a habit of listening first, then we should speak out. It is because, as you know, that through listening only, we can become a good speaker. As we know that one who is a good listener can become a good speaker. Let me give one example of a small child. A child is there. The person whosoever is nursing, maybe father, maybe mother, brother, sister, or any nurse. Okay? The child used to listen to the words, the person who is around him or her, that in what language and how he or she is speaking to others or communicating with others. Gradually, the child starts speaking. Means the first step was listening. After listening out, the child starts speaking. Okay. So naturally also, it is accepted now. Yeah, you can say it is proved now that we first listen and then we try to speak out in that language. It is also said that the child is a good learner. Why? A child is a good learner because in whatsoever environment, I mean to say, you can say that whatever the country or the region is, and whatever the language of that particular country, area, or the region is, the child very easily grab the words. You can say grab the language, inculcate the language, and speak out in that particular language. Maybe French, Russian, American, Spanish, any of the language. Hindi, English, we can say Tamil, Telugu, Bengali, Odia, wherever the child is. That is why it is said a child is a good learner. He grabs the language very easily. Child don't know that he belongs to India, so he should speak out in English or Hindi. Child don't know that he is in France, he is in Russia, so he should speak out in Russian or French. He only listen the first, whatever the person who is surrounding around him, in whatever language he is speaking out, he speaks in that language only. So, here comes the significance of the speaking, and speaking comes after listening. Okay. We see listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret messages. Through the listening process, we can say that we receive and interpret messages. We are listening, we are receiving, and after receiving means getting the feedback. You can say that whenever the message is sent, the message is first encoded, okay, through some medium. Medium maybe of anything, maybe a mobile, anything, through medium. Then when the message is received by the receiver, he decode, ठीक है? He decode the language. After taking the feedback, he responds. Then he becomes the sender and the first one becomes the receiver. Okay. So that is why it is said over here कि listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret messages. Means after receiving, we get a feedback and then we respond. For example, what is your name? Someone asks me, the message is forwarded towards me through some medium. Okay, I have received. If I have received, I'm thinking, oh, it means he is asking my name. So I responded. My name is Dr. Mohit Kumar Tiwari. That's way. Unlike hearing, which is a passive act, listening is an active process that is critical for learning and effective communication. Very nice line. Unlike hearing, it is compared with hearing. In hearing, we just hear. Like right now, I'm busy with my lecture. I'm focusing on my lecture part. Maybe some construction sound, maybe some traffic sound, maybe the people coming, going, roaming, sitting, or doing something. I may be hearing them, but I'm not listening to them, because one in one my focus over here is I am focused to my lecture part. So I am just hearing them. Okay. So that becomes the passive act, and it is an active act that my focus is on giving a lecture or giving my presentation on the topic. Okay. So we see that is critical for learning and effective communication. For students, strong listening are essential in lectures, lab projects, and interviews. If students ask, sir, how can I improve my listening skills? Yeah, what is the use of these skills? How can we make use of these skills in future after completing my graduation or post graduation or doing some diploma, that way? So for a student, listening parts matter a lot. It is because we see strong listening skills are essentials in lecture. The teacher is teaching in the class, and if the student is not listening to the teacher, he will not be able to respond properly or effectively, or exactly what is going on in the class, exactly what is teacher teaching in the class. Because he is a passive listener over there, his focus is more on other things. Maybe mentally he has gone somewhere else, but physically he is present in the class. Or if not gone somewhere else, maybe he is busy on another subject work completing, or is thinking or looking towards his friends, but not focusing towards the part of the teacher. Maybe he is also seeing the teacher, but he is missing. How he is missing? Because he is thinking something else. So he is missing those things, those active things, which is most required for him to listen first than another things. We see, that is why we say listening skills are essential in lectures, labs, project, and interviews. In interview, if you listen properly, the interviewer gets impressed that you are at least listening to the questions, not saying again and again, what sir, pardon sir, excuse me sir, could you repeat sir? We are not making use of these things. We are just focusing what the interviewer is saying. Maybe we don't know the answer, we will say very humbly and in a calm way, sorry sir, I don't know, but I will try. to know about this, or I will incorporate. Yeah, I will look after it. Yeah, I will do it. But if you say, excuse me, say again, means you are not 100% present over here. Means you are quite nervous or you are not having the confidence in yourself. So many reasons will come in the mind of the interviewer. Maybe your degree is good, maybe you are 80% or 90%, but again and again saying, sir, what, sir, could you please repeat? Yeah, question is something else and you are answering in something, I mean to say, answering in a different directions, means the question is different, your answer is different. So this way, you are not 100% present over there. 100% presence is must. Physical presence is there, but your mental presence is also required. What is active listening? From the beginning, I am saying that what is active listening? Active listening involves paying full attention to the speaker, understanding their messages, responding appropriately, and remembering what was said. Let me conclude. Means you are physically and mentally focused on the part of the lecture or whatever the conversation on or communication is going on. You are not just hearing, you are listening, which means you are understanding. If you are understanding, maybe you understand 100%. If not, you will have some confusion, you will have some questions, you will have some doubt. You will try to resolve those things because you have listened and you are unable to understand the part of the point which the teacher is trying to make me understand, but I am unable. So I will put the question in between or after the lecture. Okay. Here I would like to add one thing more, the difference between presentation and the lecture in between. Presentation is one-way communication initially, remember this, while lecture is a two-way communication. It is because in presentation, the presenter is more focused on the part of his presentation. He is more concerned towards the knowledge or the information which he is having. You should listen it out. We may get 5 minutes or 2 or 3 minutes after the presentation to discuss, but in lecture, we are free to clear our doubts. It is the whole sole responsibility of the teacher to make those doubts clear anyhow. So that is why lecture is a two-way communication. In between, teacher can interrupt you. In between, you can also raise your hand or finger that I have a doubt, I want to clear thing. So both the parties are free to interrupt in between also to clear their doubts also. Clear? That is why I said presentation is one-way communication initially, while lecture is a two-way communication. Now here we see it shows empathy and promotes effective interpersonal communication. Empathy. Let compare this word empathy with the sympathy word. In sympathy, we sympathize with any of the person or with any of the thing. We are just feeling that your condition is not good. Yeah, your condition is not good. You are weak. Yeah, you are weak. But we are not 100% supporting you or trying to resolve your issues or problem which you are having. While in empathy, I reach to that point where you are caught or where you are hanged or where the real problem is. And we try to resolve those things. We try to help you 100%. So that is why it shows empathy and promotes effective interpersonal communication. It is why interpersonal communication, the communication in between two or more than two persons, is called interpersonal communication. So it shows empathy and promotes. Okay. Hearing versus listening. Hearing versus listening. What is hearing? Maybe right now I'm hearing the sound of a fan or the sound of the AC, which is continuously going on, and the sound is coming in my ear also. But I am not concentrating or focusing on that sound. I'm more focused on the work for which I am here at the present juncture. Okay. So it is the difference between the hearing and the listening. In hearing, we just hear the sound. Yeah, you are saying something, but I'm not understanding what you are saying. It happens in our day-to-day life with so many persons. Okay. So hearing is simply the act of perceiving sound. I have just perceived the sound, that some sound is there, someone is speaking something, but I am not understanding what he is saying. So listening, on the other hand, involves active engagement. In this, I am actively engaged. I am engaged actively. I am understanding also, and I am responding also. Understand plus respond. Okay. For example, hearing your professor's voice is not enough. You must understand the technical details they share. Just hearing your professor's voice, the teacher is saying something, yeah, something is going on, he's teaching something. But if I am unable to understand those things, it is not listening, it is only hearing, dear students. Okay, next, importance of active listening. It promotes mutual respect. If you are actively listening to anything, to the lecture part in the class, so it will promote your mutual respect, because you are listening to him or her, you are paying attention, you are giving respect to him or her. Certainly he will having a full feeling for you, because you are paying attention, and indirect, or you can say indirectly, you are benefiting yourself. You are able to clarify your doubts and confusion, you are enriching your knowledge, you are receiving so many information which you may not be having. Even you know those things. At times it happens that the front person, whatever he is saying, I know every detail, whatever he is saying, but even then, if I am actively listening to that person, this shows a good regard and respect to that person. This is what the professional communication and the professional etiquettes. Okay, so that's why it promotes mutual respect also. Reduces misunderstanding. The chances of misunderstanding are very rare, or you can say 0% misunderstanding is there, because I am actively participating there. I am clarifying the things if I am unable to understand any of the thing. Encourages effective collaboration. Of course, there will be an effective collaboration. Is essential in academic and technical teamwork setting. If you are a leader of any of the team, or if you are working in any of the team, if you are listening to your senior or your leader or the monitor or whosoever the leading the team in meeting, in seminar, in conferences, in workshops, you are actively listening. So what will happen? Your technical teamwork setting will be there. Means, since you are an active participant, okay, now with your full understanding, you can convey those things to others, and others are listening to you with full concentration, with full focus, with full interest. They may count you as a good leader also. Okay? So that is why it is said teamwork over here, technical teamwork setting also. Okay? The art of listening. The art of listening is about being fully present and mindful. Yes, certainly. The art of public speaking, the art of condensation, and the art of listening. At the public platform, at the official platform, when we say something, the audience listens to us just because your presentation is such that they are getting some interest, or they are getting some information, they are able to upgrade themselves. So here I would say that whatever you speak out, that should be authentic, that should be relevant. Irrelevant communication or unauthentically speaking any of the thing makes no effective communication. So try to be authentic. Okay. The art of listening is about being fully present and mindful. Means you are 100% present over there. You are making use of your mind. It requires discipline, focus, and non-judgmental attitude. It requires discipline. Discipline comes first. Discipline here means, yes, with full attention, you are listening to it. You are having a full focus and you are non-judgmental also. First listen. Okay. So have a non-judgmental attitude during the listening part. You will get time after that also to have the clarification of your queries later also. First, listen to any of the things very carefully. Maybe through the listening process only your all doubts get clear at the end. The possibility is there. Okay. Good listeners are attentive to both verbal and non-verbal cues. Verbal communication means it is of two types: oral communication and written communication. Okay. Verbal communication is of two types: oral communication and written communication. When orally we speak out, making use of words means through speech part, that is called oral communication. When making use of words in a text form, we are writing something and conveying to others, that is called written communication. Now, good listeners are attentive to both verbal and non-verbal cues. It is why it is said that the person who is a good listener, he or she is more attentive towards the verbal and the non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication means your gestures, your postures, your eye contact, your facial expressions, pointing the fingers, shrug of the shoulders, and so many things. Like we also say it as kinesics or the body language to the non-verbal communication. Okay. Components of active listening: paying attention. Yeah, of course. If you are an active listener, we are paying attention towards the part which is going on. Withholding judgment. Of course, we will withhold the judgment. Don't interrupt in between unnecessarily. If required, then only. Otherwise, wait for your turn. Okay. Reflecting and clarifying. Summarizing and sharing. Let's have more discussion on this topic. Paying attention. Give the speaker your undivided attention. Maintain eye contact and nod occasionally and avoid distraction like phones. In between, don't pay any sort of attention towards another things. Not only the phone, so many other things are there. Just have a proper eye contact and try to listen him with full concentration. No distractions should be there. No distraction means no distractions. Okay. Then only it will be the listening. This demonstrates respect and interest. First, message will be there that you are respecting. Second, message will be there that you are having the interest. So, paying attention is very important. Okay. Paying attention, number one. Okay. Under the topic components of active listening. Okay. Next, we'll see withholding judgment. Don't jump to conclusion or interrupt. It happens in our family also, at our office also, at the society level also. When one tries to speak out any of the thing, the people used to say, yeah, I got it. In between they say, they interrupt in between. They listen half and say, yeah, I know what you want to say. I've concluded. I can judge. I can make out. No. That's not the proper way. That's not the ultimate way of a good listener. Okay? So don't jump to conclusion. Clear? Stay open-minded and wait until the speaker finishes before forming opinions. Be open-minded listener over there. And wait until the speaker finishes. कोशिश करिए कि जो वक्ता है उसकी बात जब समाप्त हो जाए तो जो श्रोता है वो अपनी बात को रहना, बोलना, कहना शुरू कर सकता है. अगर उसको लगता है कि वो भूल जाएगा, he can have a habit of note taking. He can write down in between those doubts or questions, and later he can clear those things. This way the good relation will be there in between the listener and the speaker. Got it? Reflecting and clarifying. ठीक है? Reflect by paraphrasing what was said. We paraphrase. Daily we paraphrase. Ram said this, Ramesh said this, Mohan said this. We paraphrase it. What was? So you are saying that clarify by asking thoughtful questions. Could you explain that part again? This shows you are processing the information accurately. Yeah, in between when you were saying something during your lecture part, I didn't interrupt you in between, but I have a doubt with that particular, your opinion. I'm unable to guess. I'm unable to get the right answer or the correct answer. Yeah, please tell me, clarify this. या हमारे इस डाउट को क्लियर करने का आप उनसे रिक्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं, वो बोल सकते हैं. यू कैन इंटरप्ट इन बिटवीन. क्लियर? सो रिफ्लेक्टिंग एंड क्लैरिफाइंग, दैट इज व्हाट इज सेड. रिफ्लेक्ट बाय पैराफ्रेजिंग, ठीक है, एंड क्लैरिफाइंग. लेटर यू कैन क्लैरिफाई इट. नेक्स्ट, समराइजिंग एंड शेयरिंग. Recap the speaker points to confirm understanding. Once the speaker has finished, share your thoughts or feedback respectfully. Yes, you have listened very carefully. You can summarize it and you can share it. This will also last a good impression of yours. Please note down this if you will do this. Now we have barriers to active listening. There are some barriers also. Whatever work goes on in the entire universe, we can say, the barriers are there. It depends on us whether we are affected or we are not affected. The person who lives near the railway stations, maybe 200 meter or 100 meter even, his house is there. He sleeps also, he awake also, he works as we works. But I, as a guest, visited over there. That train sound is, you can say, due to that sound, I am unable to sleep properly. So barriers are there. It depends how much attention you pay to those things. So external noise, multitasking, interruptions, these are external. Internal biasness, emotions, mental fatigues, overcome them by focusing, practicing mindfulness and checking your understanding frequently. These are the internal things which goes on in our mind, like biasness, emotions, mental fatigue. So they can create a barrier for you. So relax and cool and listen to the listener. Be away from all sorts of emotions which are distracting you. Traits of a good listener. Have patience. Be calm and quiet. Have full patience in yourself. Empathy, not sympathy. Have empathy. Open-mindedness. Please welcome others also if they have something to say. Attention to detail, emotional intelligence, these traits contribute to effective and respectful communication. So these are the traits of a good listener. Who is a good listener? Who is having patience, who is having empathy, who is open-mindedness, attention to detail, who is giving attention to details first, and emotional intelligence means by reading the person's. A person is not in a good mood, so you are going to change your communication with him. He is in a good mood, you are going to change the communication again. Means you are communicating with him as per the situation or the circumstances. This way you can develop a good relation with any of the person. So this is called emotional intelligence role, and which is required for a good listener. A discussion, more discussion. Patience, allow the speaker to complete their message without interruption. Don't interrupt in between. Especially important during complex technical discussion. Keep this in your mind. Especially important during complex technical discussion. Some complex technical session is going on and you are interrupting in between. This gives a very wrong message. Okay? So have patience. Empathy, understand the emotions and perspective behind the speaker's word. Understand the perspective behind the speaker's word. Not just listen the words. Try to understand the meaning of the words. Try to go in between the lines also. So this helps in building rapport and resolving conflicts. Good rapport and you will be able to resolve the conflicts. Next we see open, accept the others may have different viewpoints. If someone is having other opinions, welcome them. Maybe you don't agree or maybe he don't agree, but at least listen to them. Okay? Don't dismiss ideas immediately. Don't say, no. This is not good. This is bad. No. Listen properly. Think it, then answer it. Next we see. Attention to detail. Listening for nuances, tone, body language. This helps you catch critical information, especially in technical dialogues. If attention is there, no confusion will be there. So this way, this helps you catch critical information, even critical information, especially in technical dialogues. Of course, I am attentive. Emotional intelligence. Stay aware of both your emotions and the speakers. Don't pay only attention towards your emotions, pay attention towards the speakers also. Means both the parties should understand each other's emotions well. Managing emotions, reactions allows clearer, more respectful communication. Understanding the situation, circumstances, and then you are having your communication, then the chances are more there for better communication, better understanding, and a good relationship. Now we conclude. Active listening is not passive. Passive is passive, means you are focused on other things also, and we are interpreting as I am listening to you also. Students can significantly benefit by developing this skill through consistent practice and self-awareness. Try to understand yourself first. Work on yourself first. Have a judgment on yourself first. Then be a judgmental to others. Don't judge others first. First judge yourself what you actually are. What type of personality you are. Then this will help you to work more effectively because you know about yourself. When you know about yourself, that way you are going to behave first, keeping your emotional intelligence first. So, that is why it is said a student can significantly benefit by developing this skill through consistent practice and self-awareness. Active listening can come not only in the students, any of the person. How? Through consistent practice and self-awareness. खुद को जानना बहुत जरूरी है, दूसरे को जानना जरूरी है, लेकिन उससे पहले अपने को जानना जरूरी है. Then there will be a good active listening. Otherwise, there will be only a passive listening. Try to resolve your issues first through yourself. If unable, then put those things in front of others to get some solution or answer. So here I end my this presentation. Thank you. Thank you very much.